exclusive. Make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at roof. Chris, from my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the loot. Then your dreams is gonna be lucid. Fool me one time.
Let's try to sober it down a little bit. So I think that's all we got for football.
Revolution was good.
Well, before we get there, I want to get to the pot, kind of bring the negative in, and then we'll get to more positive. So, For those who do not know, Brittney Griner was arrested in Moscow last month, somewhere in the middle part of last month. They found some. They say they found vape on her that had some cannabis oil, which is highly illegal over there. So she, at the very moment right now, is facing up to between 5 and 10 years. So I don't know how that situation is going to go. I said on Twitter, I said that if this is going to be a big test for the current presidential administration, because knowing how politics are played, I can already tell you that is going to be a big thing, because they're going to say, well, our past president brought home LaMelo and ASAP from being arrested overseas, and he couldn't get this one home. So, and I'm just saying that as a person just putting out the factual information of how politics are played. I'm not going to put my 2 cents, my opinion on that. That's just how that's going to go. Now, here's where I put my 2 cents in. One, I hope we get her back home. Let's be real, because we know that Russia. Not only is she dealing with that situation, but we got to also remember that Brittney Griner is a lesbian, queer, non-gender conforming, I think I'm saying that right, Black woman.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
I think I said all that right. So all those things, and a lot of those things are things that are really even more so looked down upon in Russia. So there's a lot of uneasiness when it comes to that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to need people to really think about the things they're saying. Because now, with that being said, the question now is, why was she over there? Well, she's over there because she's playing basketball. And for those who do not know, she's making, in America, I think she was making somewhere around $200,000, a little over more than $200,000 a year playing basketball. But you have to remember that the fact that they're only playing 4 to 5 months a year.
Yes.
So she's making 200. I think it was like 225,000 for 5 months. She goes over there. She's making, I think, about a good meal. So a lot of people are saying, why isn't it? What? So the new talking point now is, why aren't the WNBA players making more? And the whole time, everybody said they should be paid more. They should be paid more. But I'm like, are you going to put more money into the WNBA, who's struggling to do that much? Because I didn't even notice, but evidently they can't fly first class.
They what?
They can't.
They don't have like their own plane or
something? They don't.
They're not allowed to, according to their CBA, because not all the teams can afford it.
Why?
So the New York Liberty, they got fined for it, because the New York Liberty can't afford it.
I heard about that. That was a heavy fine too.
So the whole reasoning is because they don't want it to be any kind of unfair advantages and things like that. So in order to see everything fair and equal, then they said, well, if everybody can't do it, nobody can. Kind of back in school, if you can't bring any food for everybody, then nobody can have food. So that's the whole reason behind that. I don't know. I feel like I get it. And it sucks, but if you're looking at it being fair, then I guess that's fair. So I know I got heat for it when I said it was wrestling. Remember, because everybody, the whole Free Ali mob came after me a few months ago, and I still don't care. But again, prove me wrong. In the business of sports and entertainment, you make your money by having people support you and pay for your content. The WNBA, their best team, I think they're averaging about 5,000, was it 4,000 or 5,000 people in attendance?
Dang.
That's nowhere near the worst in the NBA.
Who's the worst in the NBA?
The Kings.
That's why.
Damn, they're still Kings fans?
Exactly. And there's
That's
more
crazy. They're like the Browns.
I think the most attended.
I say that's like the Jaguars.
Okay.
Because the Browns aren't really that bad anymore. I mean, they're still the Browns, but they're not the Jaguars.
But even the Jaguars have people coming to the games. But then again, it's kind of their games do look fun. They got a pool.
Yeah. Plus, you can go see the cons.
I don't want to see them.
Okay, well then you can see.
I mean, if I got a chance to meet Tony Khan, I would. I mean,
you can see Adam Cole, baby. You know it's all about the ball.
So here we go. So, my fault. Let me pull this up. So here's the average. So the highest average number of attendance in 21 by a team. Number one is the Phoenix Mercury at 5,849.
Damn.
Watch the drop. The next one's the Las Vegas Aces at 3,127. Everybody else is under 3,000. Everybody else is under 3,000. And the lowest that counts because Indiana Fever evidently had 0.
What?
I think that was a pandemic thing. The Los Angeles Sparks were the worst that had attendance at 1,145.
Damn, hey, front row seats.
And crazy thing is, I would have thought that the Sparks would have been up at the top.
Well, who does Diana
And crazy thing is,
play for?
the champions are in the lower percentile at 2,607.
Who's Diana Taurasi play for?
Doesn't she play for the Storm? Hold on. Taurasi. Oh, she plays for the Mercury.
Okay, and where are they at?
They're at the top. I think that's also who Brittney plays for, right? I think it's Taurasi and Brittney who will play for the Phoenix. So
Ionesco also plays.
I'm a hold on to that one and see we finish.
Where's the New York Liberty on there?
Let me go back to it and see if I can find it. New York Liberty. Ooh, they're not counting the Fever. They're third to last at 1,757. Now, y'all want to see the average for the NBA?
Yeah, sure. Show me the lowest NBA. What are the Kings' numbers?
All right. This is according to ESPN by year. Let me get the average. The Sacramento Kings 14,095.
Damn.
So you're talking almost 10,000 more than the best. And people are saying, why aren't they making as much as the men? Well, when you're bringing in like 7% of what they're bringing in, do you expect them to make as much as they do? Again, this is sports and entertainment. Sports, entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Pro wrestling, football, soccer, anything that includes sports and entertainment, you're going to have to bring in money in order to pay people. And let's be real with ourselves. The NBA isn't doing that great either when it comes to these numbers. So when you start adding all that together, you kind of see why they're not making as much. And that's not even to get started on the fact that they're only playing 36 games a season. And that's if you you play more if you make the playoffs. But yeah, I don't see how you can justify having them make that much more than what they're making if you can't. And that's my whole thing. If you want to see somebody make more money, the best way to do that is support them. And like I said before, I got attacked by Ma for saying it before, but you can't prove me wrong. If you don't put money into somebody that's in this industry of sports and entertainment, then you're not going to be able to give the opportunity to make more money. And that's just the bottom line.
Sliding it like a wet flow, already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko. Everything I do,